while you're riding on your own. I see you turning every stone. This night has got me to the bone. Oh, let's go into the unknown. 'Cause I wanna dance, I wanna feel, I wanna taste of what is real. I wanna bite, I wanna fight, I wanna do what I know is right. 'Cause I wanna love you, I wanna love you, I wanna love you, I wanna love you, and dance the night away. We gotta make a safe landing. Let's do it part by part. And no more misunderstanding. We take it back to the start. 'Cause we turn into separate parts. And we still feel it with our bleeding hearts. So we should never blame the weather. So while you're riding on your own, I see you turning every stone. This night has got me to the bone.
There you go, Bruce. Just for you. How's that? It's a lot chirpier, isn't it? I did actually listen to that back yesterday. I thought about just changing the music. Then I thought, well, let's have something uplifting. So why not some drone footage from the last video? It looks quite cool, that, to be honest, doesn't it? And then I recorded it in 4K, so I had to go back and do it. But it's definitely uplifting. I was doing that this morning. I mean, I'm never going to be an amazing video maker, to be honest, in that sort of shape. Editor, I think you need to be a lot younger than what I do, but it's amazing what you can do with Filmora. You just, a few transitions here and there. Up the, hang on, let me just move this over. And then it's there then, and I can see it, and I don't end up looking over there all the time, because when you look back at the video, you're sort of staring at the corner of the room all the time. So let's see. This is the first one we've done at this time of night with this. You get less views, less actual views, and more watch time. That one yesterday got 4.1 hours, and some of them that have got masses and masses of views have got no actual watch time. How was the birthday meal with Zoo? It was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. We went to a place called Ole Ole in Lincoln. A bit far for you. I'm presuming in Liverpool you've got a lot more choice than what we have, but it's a bustling place. Lincoln, they've spent 1.2 billion on it, I think, in the middle, and that place is just amazing, really. The castle, I've done a few shorts, wandering around the castle, just something to put on, because I thought it was quite good. It's amazing. You take your phone with you and you just sort of hold it like that and try and hold it pretty stiff, and you can get some amazing stuff. They put all sorts of concerts on in there as well throughout the summer. Usually it chucks it down with rain, which doesn't really help, I suppose. And then you've got all these people trying to get out of Lincoln with chairs. Yeah, 1.2 billion they spent on it. You have a look at it, Lincoln. It's obviously from the Latin name Lindum, and it's still got the old walls there, the old gates from when the Romans were there. I mean, that castle is 1,000 years old. Because they've got signs up in one or two places where they put Irish fencing up and said, please leave this part alone and enjoy somewhere else. We're starting to feel the pinch a bit after 1,000 years. But actually the courts in there as well. What do they call it? Not the magistrates, the other one. The magistrates is further down the high street, but the Crown Court's in there. So that's the one where you go to prison from there, up there. It seems weird, really, but, well, it doesn't seem weird, but I suppose that's just where the court is. There's about 4 or 5 different ones in there. Glasgow got some concrete blocks and a few benches a few months ago. Yeah, we've just had a bit of a refurb in the middle of Gainsborough. They got a levelling up grant. And they've done quite a lot. They put a new little park in. They've done all the fronts of the old shops in because, obviously there's no money, is there, really? Let me just have a sup of this. don't know where that Matt thing is that Graham bought me. Not you, Graham, spelled correctly. The other Graham. Guess what? It's got some e-liquid still in it. The good thing about this is it doesn't matter how cold your glass is, it doesn't get wet. So when you pick it up, it doesn't drip on your legs and make you jump. You know, like when you have a beer in Spain. So there we are. It makes less noise when you put it down. The one with the AI girlfriend, that's him, yeah. Yeah, it's got. Have you seen that? I don't, on my Facebook, I don't think Graham spelled correctly. Anki sent me one through me dressed as a woman. And, I mean, they're brilliant at what they do. It's, I mean, I look rough even as a woman, you know what I mean? But, I don't know. I actually posted it on my Facebook, and I just put, some of my friends have definitely not got enough to do ever. Far too much time on their hands, that's what I put. Graham did one of me with air. Was Grangebury bustling? Not as you'd noticed. I've done all right though, to be honest. It's been a reasonable. I went about 2:00 today. Somebody rung up and said, "Oh, can you do it at 11:30?" I thought, well, I've got a live stream, and I don't like to turn jobs down, but once you put a live stream up, you put a live stream up. And then she rung back. She said, "Oh, there's 5 of them anyway, so well, I can only take 4." So that'd have been a waste of time going round for them at 11:30 when I'm supposed to be here. It's stiflingly hot here tonight. It's really, really, really humid. I think I might put the air conditioning on. Google AI is something else. Some of the pictures it makes, it look really do, yeah. Anyway, here's a question. Throw it into the thing. TikTok or YouTube Short? I obviously have a lot of time in between jobs sometimes. So what I do is, I tend to just look through. And what I found out in the end is I seem to look through TikTok a lot more for the short content. I don't really watch the lives on TikTok a lot. I found a guy today. If I'd done it before, I'll put a link in the description to this. And if you're, and I'm sort of approaching 60, aren't I? And this guy's a music buff, and he's got a massive vinyl music collection, and he's absolutely bloody fascinating, to be honest. I got sat watching him this morning. And I'm like this, and he said, "I hope I'm not boring anybody." And I put, "No, not at all. Carry on." He was looking through memorabilia that he brought from concerts, and I followed him on YouTube anyway, and I'll put a link to his YouTube channel on there. And he said they do a podcast, and he said his friend knew Bowie really well, and they very, very nearly got Bowie on this podcast, but obviously he died because he said nothing to do with him, but his friend really knew him. You learnt to DJ on vinyl, good old days, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like, thing is YouTube Shorts, if you watch them enough, you seem to get the same ones. So I don't know if they've run out or whether I need to do something with the filter. The other week, I just kept getting a 14-year-old German girl doing this weird dance. Apparently, she's mad famous on TikTok. Zahid, they call her. And she just gets on and on and on and on. Whether they were paying to promote it, because I think they're trying to make her into some sort of singer, but she certainly doesn't look 14, but I can't understand the word she says. She's German. Duncan Goodhue's bald patch. I am new here and I cannot see my comments. Are you a troll? Duncan Goodhue's bald patch. Hello, Anki. How you doing, mate? You're new here and you can't see your comments. Well, it's open to anybody. It's not subscribers only. Vaping Brummy, how you doing? Oh, the power of orange Fanta. It's awfully bloody steamy in here. I ought to put the aircon on and get the temperature down. I put the fan on in the other one to cool that down. That should be better. Trouble is here there's a bloke with a load of dogs out there, and about 8 o'clock in the morning they all start barking, and never tells them just shut up. Yeah, if you get the thumbs up, it would be amazing because it does actually share it out into different things. I have a pink swimming hat now, so people can see me. That'll probably help you. I think I need a swimming hat. I don't want to get my hair wet when I'm on holiday. Did you see where I'd put that picture on, Steve? Of what you made me? I popped it on my Facebook. I ain't got any likes yet. and they certainly ain't got anybody after me. There was what I was going to tell you then. I was going to tell you something. Lou's put a thing on. McClintock, how you doing? Lou put a thing on her Facebook. Obviously, we're trying to make awareness for this cancer charity, and loads of people sort of react to it. If I ever want anything to sort of blow up to a point, at least your normal colour hair wasn't ginger; it was mousy brown. Yeah, I've never been ginger. Ginger bearded vape god. Oh, there you go. Is that you then? I don't know who Duncan Goodhue's bald patch is. Where have you all come from? Where have you been hiding? The picture is hilarious. Yeah. But I say, if I ever want anything to go, not viral as such, but if you want 300 people to see a post, if I tag Louise in it, everybody sees it. And I get people coming up and hugging me in the street because she's such a popular lass. So she put up about that walk tonight anyway, and there's loads and she basically, I was a bit put back by it, really, to be honest. She said he used to do a lot of drinking and crying. You think, well, I didn't really realise anybody noticed me doing that. I definitely did a lot of drinking. GBVG. Ah, there you go. I thought it was going to ginger colour, and my mother's is Scottish. Is that you, Craig? Probably, unless it's John. Hit the like button. Sabrina, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you very much for commenting on my videos. You're lovely. So what we're up to now? 385, I think. 285. I've got ahead of myself. 285 subscribers. That's not bad since middle of December, I think, when I started this. So we've got going a bit now. Hopefully it's going to go on and do quite a few. Get up to, I'd like to get up to 1,000 and actually make it pay for itself. But I say, I've worked out that if you do the lives in the vertical mode, you get loads and loads of people pop in and have a look, but none of them stay. So you might as well just do it the conventional way and use the computer and the stuff that you've got. And hopefully it'll build up from there. Well, that's a nice thing to put, isn't it? You know, it's the only channel that I've got that we've got more people in that aren't a spanner than what are. Because the others, the vape show, everybody's got one. And I think Mixed Reviews is a fair lot of people that's got one. How you doing, Sabrina? Hope it's working out for you. Hope you're having a good day. So I've checked the weather for Monday. It's 16 maximum. And hopefully it's not going to be windy, because otherwise you end up walking down the coast with sand in your teeth. So I was hoping it, after today's wind, I thought, Christ, because you'd obviously get a lot of wind at the coast because there's nothing to stop it off that North Sea. One thing, I don't need to chuck it down, because there's nothing worse than a warm day when it's chucking it down, because then you've got to try and wear a coat and it doesn't really work out, does it? This time of year, it's awful. I might just take a brolly. So I'm going to take a couple of phones and the microphones. I'm going to do a bit of a live stream from there. You're a spanner anyway. Yeah, thanks. I'm going to take a Samsung, and I'll take my iPhone anyway. It started off wet, now it's hot 95. Yeah, it's. I think it's only about 20 here, but it feels like about 30. The humidity is that high tonight. It's awful, and it was 24 today, Celsius that is, with real strong wind. So as soon as you put the window down, you nearly blew you out of it. And when you put it up, it was too hot. It's awful. I've noticed one thing, though, since I've lost a couple of stone, I don't sweat all the time like I used to. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what happens, and it's awful. What do you do, Graham? What do you do for a living? I can't wait for Sunday to come, 1 week away. Why are we off? Where are you going to? Are you going to Mablethorpe to walk to Skegness with me? I've got about a couple of weeks and then I'm off to Spain. Looking forward to that. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, it's more important. I mean, if you've never been in before, please subscribe. But if you're already here, it's not really going to work out. But you're an audio engineer. What for? Have we discussed this? Well, you'd enjoy that guy then. I can't remember what they call him. Shall I see if I can find him? The trouble is, when you're on OBS, you're a bit stuck. Let's see if I can find him. Don't do that because I might get some. Matt Armstrong's dropped a video on a Thursday. You know, I love it. I think he's brilliant. I love watching him. Let's see if I can find this guy. I'm not able to find any. Oh no, because I'm on the wrong channel. That's why. Stupid man. 286 subscribers. Right, his name is Chatting Tracks. So I'll put a link at the end. ChattingTracks. So if you're interested in music, he's got a couple of thousand subscribers. He's also trying to get his TikTok going so he can put it out on both platforms. I don't know why, but anyway. Oh, what does sound and design mean then, Graham? I have subscribed to you, and I like you too. Thank you very much. Sub up will enjoy the walks and chats like this. That's right, exactly. If you, I don't know, whereabouts are you, Sabrina? What country are you in? Are you in this country? Mick's walks are immense. My steps are, I think. I do. What did they call it on the Council of Silly Walks? Yeah, thank you. Monty Python, wasn't it? The Council of Silly Walks or something like that. This will be a bit of an epic walk. Houston, Texas. So we'd probably be a bit early for you. So 10 a.m. What are you? 6 hours behind us. It was moaning about it being a bit warm, and I bet it's a lot warmer for you there. Was it about 105 there? This time of year, it's dry, a lot of dry heat than what we've got. We've got masses of humidity. It just makes you run. Yeah, since I've lost a couple of stone, last year I just overeated all the time, and it was a real struggle. Oh, you play around with synthesizers all day? What, in people recording music? It's an actual picture from Expo. He caught me on the way back in. I've been out to one of the clubs, and I didn't tell anybody, but I popped back in and he caught me. That guy I was just telling you about, he used to play in a band, but I said, did you ever make any money at it? And he says, oh no. I never asked him what he does now. Yeah, that's right, yeah. All right, yeah. I can't play a note on anything. I actually did want to when I was a kid. I actually wanted to learn the piano. And I asked the teacher, will you teach me how to play the piano? And he looked at me and went, no. So it's his fault. That's Mickey Love's new job at only a weekend. Well, if the cab job goes off a bit, I can probably make a few bob off OnlyFans looking like that. I say that's the only problem. I can't share anything. Otherwise, I'd pop it up. I'm not in Zoom either, so what I should have done was grab it and then put it into OBS and then put it on. I think you should spice up your walks by wearing a mankini with hanky-panky skipping beside you. And Graham on the other side. Not Graham spelt correctly, the other Graham. Because Graham spelt correctly is too busy doing synthesizing. I'm coming for you and Graham spelt badly. I'm coming for your job, that's it. The Silicon AI music. What do you think Graham spelt correctly? Do you think that AI is going to take over your job and burn it behind me? I could show him a friend. Why didn't I think of that? Well done, Mike. You can tell you're more professional than me. Now, don't want anybody laughing. This is me just finishing my last walk. Don't laugh. I know it wasn't actually me because I've got a lot of hair all over the place. This is the people I associate myself with. I don't know. Anyway, it's on my Facebook if you want to look at it. And if you want a copy of it, I'll charge you. If you want to put that on your wall, keep you going. What did Graham did the one when my hair kept growing out my head, like one of those Crest dolls that you can buy where you water it and it grows hair. That was quite good. Who did that of you? I'll sort it out. I think it might be you, Mr. Steve. I know when you're watching shorts and TikToks and stuff like that, there's you're watching well, you click on something and there's a very beautiful woman singing it. And you think, well, that's actually the artist's voice. And that's the only way, really, that you would know this woman was AI. Because they used to mess the vocals up and stuff like that, didn't they? Sorry, John, I've just spotted your comment. I was too busy doing something else. How are you and the family? Very good, thank you very much. We're all still going. I'll be pleased when Monday's over, to be honest. I'm looking forward to doing it. But I'll be pleased when it's over. I think we're up to nearly 400 quid now, so we're done well. If that's all it ever gets to, that's absolutely fine. I say it was never about that anyway. I just wanted to raise awareness about breast cancer, because if you can save one person from going through what we've had to go through, it would be an amazing thing. So I started about 2:30 today, and it's been fairly consistent really up until about 9:30, and I had a bit of an hour stood about, and then I got going again. And so then that one rung up to get these contractors picked up, and then run back and said, oh, there's 5 of them anyway. So that didn't really work out. But it's definitely been a better week, or a better few weeks, than it has been for a long, long time. So hopefully it'll be all right. What am I doing on Monday? I'm going to walk from Mablethorpe to Skegness, which is 18 miles. And the idea being, obviously, is I started walking in November and packed up with the ale. So I thought I'd do something, what I would, this time last year, I would have not been capable of doing in any way, shape or form. I probably still aren't, to be honest. My granddaughter's coming with me. She'll probably end up shoving me in a shopping trolley for the last bit. But I actually started in January. I started in December, I think, doing Mablethorpe. And then I think it was in January. I can't remember when the first video was. And I went and then I did 2 or 3 mile and then walked 2 or 3 mile back, got in the car and come home. And I've gradually got, week after week after week I was doing it. I think I took a couple of weeks where I didn't go in between. But I gradually got up to Ingermells. So I more or less know what I'm doing to that point, but I'm not sure about the rest of it. So, yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, it'd be good. Would you fit in the seat? What on her, Nicky Maynard, how you doing? All right, Dave? Dave. I decided when I was at Expo that Nicky Maynard looks like Dave from Minder. You know the guy that used to have the hotel, the Winchester? Well, Nicky looks exactly like him. So every time I see him in the chat, I go, all right, Dave. Your mother-in-law died of breast cancer 4 years ago. Yeah, well, that's it. So Lou went to... The problem is, a lot of people will have heard this, and I'm sorry if it bores you, but the problem is, Lou was pregnant when she got a lump on her breast, and so she went to the doctor, and they said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's a milk duct." And this has been going on for years. The guy that started this Mummy's Star charity, which I'm doing it to benefit, his wife died of it 15 years ago. So they're still doing it. Even now, they're still sending them away saying, don't worry about it, and giving them chance for the cancer to spread. When they took Lou's breast off, it was all cancerous. There was nothing else. There was nothing left of it apart from cancerous cells. And that was in the space of 3 months. So you never know. Maybe he wouldn't have been able to do anything whatsoever. But, you've got to have every chance that you can. So that's the reason. So this walking was more to raise awareness. I've actually started walking to clear my mind a bit, if you know what I mean, and get away from the booze. So I thought, well, why not put the two things together and go and raise a few bob and awareness for this charity? Well, originally I was only going to put 200 quid, and then I was trying to put the GoFundMe up. It didn't seem to want to let me do it at 200 quid. It kept saying put 5, put 5. Anyway, eventually I put 5 and I clicked on it and let me do it. So there was never any intention to doing sort of 500 quid. Because they say it wasn't about the money. But it's difficult enough. I mean, the people at the hospitals really want you to go to get checked out to make sure you ain't got it. And the doctors won't fill the bloody form out to get you to go. It's ridiculous. I mean, if that was in... I don't know if that was insurance. If you went private, you'd get it done straight away. And I sort of think if she was still with her ex-husband, she'd have gone straight away. As soon as she got a lump on there, they'd have whipped her off down to Harley Street and they'd have found out what was going on. Because, that was the way it was. Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's not really amazing, is it? But it's amazing for me to be able to go and do that for them. Because you sort of go through... like I put into every single thing on YouTube for the community that I can put into, because obviously that's what they did for us. And it completely, the support what people have shown us in the communities on YouTube is, it's just sort of, so I try and do the same thing for everybody else. Boom. What, vaping Brummie? What's he doing in the shed? I thought it was Todd was in the shed. What's that? I don't know. I reset my computer a while back, and I need to have a word with Graham what's not spelled correctly. Because I reckon I used to have a Google page that had adverts on it, but now I've just got the Chrome page, and every time it does an update, it gets rid of all your shortcuts, and it's a right pain. So, I don't know. I think I might have messed it up somewhere. But I'll have to ask somebody when I get in the Zoom room. But yeah, that time's gone, isn't it? Half an hour's soon gone. I tell you what, it's like a bloody oven in here. Your keyboard letters light up the last word that you said. Should install Firefox. What does that mean? He keeps wanting me to do... yeah, catch you soon, John. Yeah, I'm not going to stay long. Obviously, it's midnight. So, it's midnight. It's just any real time I can get on the Thursday. There's no point in coming in on the daytime unless you're doing a walking thing. Oh, yeah, Firefox. Yeah, I know what you mean. It keeps wanting me to use bloody Bing. Well, it's hopeless, isn't it? So I just use Chrome, and I've always just used Chrome when you click on it. But there must be something I've turned off, but I can't remember what it is. As you get older, you just lose a bit of interest. You think, well, it's working, I'll leave it. But I just end up with this solid Chrome screen and a little box, and it never remembers the last, it doesn't suggest anything when you start to search. We'll catch you later, John. Anyway, you have a lovely sleep, mate. Get stuck in. I've just got a normal Friday tomorrow, 2:00. Well, 2 in. The trouble is now, see, now I don't drink. I've got so much bloody free time. I wake up in the morning. We'll have in Benny's Zoom room. I asked him politely to polish and hoover it to keep it tidy for me and Graham, and his reply was, I cancelled mine. I thought, well, I don't use it. I ain't used it for 3 months, so I just cancelled it. It was 15 quid. Talking of ovens, I got air freight the other day, £40 from Morrison's. That was a bargain. I don't know what that means. Talking of ovens, I got air freight the other day. An air fryer. I bet you're going to say air fryer, aren't you? Not air freight. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Is it any good? Which one have you got? I fancy one of them ninjas so you can put chips in. Have you tried? Did you see my little thing? We've got some air fryer chips. And it's the nearest thing to resemble a chip that's ever come out of my air fryer because the other stuff was bloody awful. I said to Sue, I went and bought another chip pan. Well, I said to her, get me another chip pan. I'm not bloody eating them again. I said, if I never eat another chip, I'm never eating another air fryer chip because they're just awful. I don't like oven chips either. It just dries off fast. But these are McCain's and they weren't too bad. 40 quid's a good price. I don't know how much ours was, to be honest. I like them ninjas where you get two drawers because that's one thing, isn't it? You know, if you can have a vegetarian drawer and then a meat drawer. So you can put your chips in one side or anything that's sort of vegetable. Tower 7 litre air fryer. Well, yeah, it's good. I get up in the morning and I put 6 sausages in it. And I don't even warm it up. I turn it on as I'm putting them in. And 10 minutes later, it's cooked 6 sausages. And they're gorgeous. You know, you take them out. I take them out. I have 4 for my tea with, and then, you know what they are, yeah, but I'm always careful. I probably won't be one day and burn the house down. I used to like a deep fat fryer, but she said, oh, I don't want that anymore, and bought an air fryer. Anyway, I soon realised that I wasn't eating any more bloody chips. They're awful things. And I've done it again, haven't I? I've gone. I've lost. Saved so much cancelling my Zoom subscription, I bought a holiday to Greece. Well, it's 15 quid a month, isn't it? So if you work it out, it's 120, £180 a year. Yeah, it did, yeah. Yeah, I was lucky that. That's what happens with them. That's why I don't leave. I was talking to a guy and he got Luxottics or a Noisy Cricket 3. And he said he just left it discarded in the cupboard and forgot that he'd never took the batteries out. And he said one night he sat there thinking, what's that noise? And he could hear it going, and it was just about to set fire to itself in the cupboard. And it just completely forgot. The batteries were just warming up, like just ready to ventilate in the cupboard. It had burnt the bloody place down if it had been asleep. I once got one of those, them multi-plugs that you have in your wall. I got one of them from somewhere and I had it ages and ages and ages and ages. And one night I had a few beers and I just got in bed. And when you plug an iPhone in, even if it's on silent, it buzzes. And I kept hearing it going bzzz, bzzz, and I thought, that doesn't sound right down there. And I went down and this multi-plug was absolutely red hot. It was just about to bloody catch fire. But it didn't fuse itself. It just kept going bzzz, bzzz, because it was letting it come through. And my customer missus going nuts. What are you doing now? I said, I'm just trying to bloody make it out that we don't end up burning the house down. So that again, what's that Noisy Cricket living in? Yeah, but it's version 3, so it was the one they've got a MOSFET in it. Those Noisy Crickets, if you get the conversion kit, are bang on. It looks like the link I just put up. See, I can't share it, Mike, because I'm the one that's casting, and I can't share screen anyway because I'm just doing it through OBS. You can still get them, I think. Oh yeah, V2. Yeah, I've got a 1, 2, and a 3. I got a Fat Daddy kit for the one. I rarely use them; they just sort of stood on the thing. But I was lucky because I bought that the second one, the number 2. I bought it. I went to our vape shop and I told him what I was looking for. He said, "Oh yeah, we've got some for sale here. They were 35 quid each." I wish I'd bought both of them. You get a bloody fortune from now. The one's really strong. You know, you get drop 2 18 650s 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 6 I never thought I'd start liking orange Fanta, especially diet stuff. I think if you drink too much pop, you can soon end up putting as much weight in as what you can with beer, can't you? I found somebody. I ended up with 20 cans of 8.5% lager. Will you try giving that away? Anyway, I said to matey man, I said, "Oh, do you want this?" He went, "Well, I'll have a couple of cans." I said, "There's 20 cans," and I said, "I need to get rid of it." I said, "It runs out in July." I said, "It'd be bloody awful." He says, "Oh, Irn-Bru, yeah, I like Irn-Bru. I hope to get some of that." And I think I worked it out in the end. It was the fact he didn't want to have it in the house because his missus was going to complain to him. Anyway, he said, "I can have some more of that beer if you want." He says, like 6 cans, so I took him 10. Anyway, he never said that. I just took him 10. Oh, so there's a few for your lads there. Anyway, I'm going to take him the other 10. I used to love using the noise of cricket. Mods tried looking for them now. And then I got, yeah, well, there will be in people's. I've actually still got the box for mine and the 3. I ain't got the one for the 1. I can't even remember. I ordered the 1 off eBay. That when they used to sell them on eBay, and then I realised I think I'd had a few beers, and I thought, I don't want one of them things. I won't be able to use it, so I cancelled it. They went, yeah, cancelled, and still sent it. Where are we? Let's have a look. Looks like. Oh, you got some dessert juices and panels coming in the post in the morning. So, yeah. They just released new flavours. One is peach flavour and the other is custard and rhubarb. Who was that? I can't find. Where are we? I can't find the other bit where you said who it is. You can still drink beer after expiry date. What I should have done, I should have brought some to Expo, but I expected everybody ended up legless at my fault. I have to go and dip my toes somewhere, as I do miss the water from time to time. Thank you very much, Duncan. It's been a pleasure. Oh, Irn-Bru. All right. I thought we were on about vape stuff. I actually like the taste of Irn-Bru. I don't know if the diet stuff's any good. I like the taste of Monster, but if I got a can of it from the other vape shop I used to go to, and it was lovely. And I got halfway down the can and I set off into a bit of a spasmo. So I thought, well, I'm not going to bother with this stuff anymore. And I've never touched another one. But I'm really sensitive to caffeine as I've got older. I used to be able to drink coffee all day, as much as I wanted, strong as it. But now I've only got to have one and the bloody face goes red and the heart starts palpitating and whatever. I'm not sure about peach. I'm not a massive fan of peach. But the custard and rhubarb, I'll be straight into that. Remember, I had subscribed and liked you. Bye-bye. Okay, Duncan, thanks. I'm sure you are actually Duncan Goodhue's ball patch. Irn-Bru Extra tastes like the old stuff with no sugar. Right. There you go then. That's what I'll have a go at. The other thing I've become to like is fizzy water. I've took the mickey out of people that have having fizzy water for years. A friend of mine said when he first stopped drinking, he said, if you want to stop drinking, he says, try this, because he said he used to get the same effervescence at the back of your throat when you swallow it. He said, it doesn't taste like beer, obviously. But he said, it's not a bad sort of second or third. So he said, give that well. But I didn't really do it for that. I just thought, well, I'm going to try it because obviously bottled water, why would you buy that? You've got it in the tap. So I got some fizzy water. And then when we were at the expo, John bought me a soda water and blackcurrant. And do you know what? It was beautiful. Dogs hate fizzy water. I didn't know that. Custard doesn't like them. I remember that, you see, custard. You're drinking strawberry and cream Pepsi, no sugar. Oh, wow. It's amazing, isn't it? I know when I went to the States, the last time I went, you bought a cup this size, but plastic, for $23 or something, and you could fill it up all day. But it had to be 6 minutes apart. So to stop you thinking, oh, well, I'll go fill it up and then all the kids can have it. And they had that many different flavours. There was like Sprite and there was gooseberry flavour and everything. And it would just, I think I bought, it was the eldest two grandkids and I think I bought them one each. And we just kept getting a drink out of that. And that's how we found out, because I was, obviously because it's really warm in Florida and I was really bloody thirsty. So I went and filled it up for them. And I said, right, I'll get it for myself now. And I couldn't get a drink for 6 minutes. It made you wait. What about drinks, Anki, not vape? What time are we on? I've been on 50 minutes. What do you reckon? Give it another 5 minutes and I'll get off. It's nice of you all to come in anyway and support me with my new channel. It's it's a bit of a thing trying to, especially this time of year, trying to get a channel off the floor, because a lot of people are outside doing outside things rather than sitting inside and looking at the thing. Now, when you get to end of September, the viewing figures will go back up again. I look at some of the walking videos, and when I first started doing them, even though I didn't have any subscribers, they were getting sort of 100 views and stuff like that. Whereas like now you're getting down to 50, and I've now no trolls. It's a bit sad, isn't it? Really, that seems to have gone away. Whether it was to get you to a certain level that they recommended your channel, but they only did it once the last time I went live, and 31 people came in for about 5 minutes or 2 minutes, and then it was down to 16 by that. But it never happened again, whereas before, loads and loads come in. One of them, there was like nearly 500 views. It was amazing. But the watch time hours weren't as good as that one I did last night, and that was only half an hour long. 61 people watched that one last night. In the end, for a small channel, that's pretty good. When I used to do the vape show, if I did an e-liquid review, it would get, unless it was something really special that somebody had waited to come out, it would do, with 1,000 subscribers, you'd get 50 views on an e-liquid. That's all I could ever get. When the fluid came out, that got to a couple of hundred. If you did a hardware review, depending on what company it was, you could get quite a few. I mean, like I did a Caliburn one, so I was saying to Luke, because he's just got a DNA pod from somebody. Oxford. He's got an Oxford DNA. Yeah, it was good. It was good fun, but I think it had its time, to be honest. Yeah, 285 up to now. We did have 286. We've probably lost one. Duncan Goodhue's bald patch has probably left us. I think it had its time, really. But, I mean, I'd put a Caliburn up once before Fagan did. And I got 1,000 views on that. That's probably one of the biggest biggest numbers for the reviews. I don't think he ever caught me up either on that. But you could buy a 200 quid mech and put that up, and you get 100 people watching. Nobody was interested. I mean, some of the live shows, when we first started doing them, you'd have 300-400 views. Well, we did have a lockdown and nobody could go out. But it got to the stage in the end where you'd probably have 100 in total, and that was about it, really. As I say, I just think it ran its course. They've made it that awkward now that you can't talk about the price. You can't, you can't show a barcode. You can't show anything, really. And even then, when you go through all those hoops, they just take them down. That's what they've done. They've done it with Bogan. They took loads of his down, give him another strike. Within 6 months, you'd be very, very lucky if you can get vape content onto YouTube without them just, switching the channels off. The good old lockdown days, when we never used to go out. But I mean, what you got to think is that's 5 years ago, and I think, it was a good fad, wasn't it, for 5? Because you get things, don't you? Things are very quick to come and very quick to go. That Hawk Tour girl, within 3 months, she's made all the money. She's the best person ever. She's a right good laugh. Oh, she's trying to rip people off. She's awful. She got cancelled. That was it. So I think 5 years wasn't such a bad thing. But a lot of them have gone, haven't they, now? But, I still enjoy doing YouTube, so we'll carry on doing this. And so the weight loss is good as well. Right, I suppose I better go, because we've had 50-odd minutes. And to be honest, I'm pretty bloody tired tonight. And I need to get up in the morning, or I need to get up tomorrow and go and make some money again. So it was good fun doing that, but things just come to an end, don't they? So next live stream will be live on Monday. Hopefully about 10 o'clock in the morning. And what I'm going to do a few lives. Obviously, I'm not going to do one because it's probably going to take about 8 hours. So I'm not going to go live for 8 hours because I think that'd be pretty boring. But probably intermittently, I'm going to do it and do a little bit of recording and stuff like that. So hopefully it'll be make it a decent day. Thank you very much for popping in, and we'll catch you all soon. If I can remember how you do this. Oh, I've got the thing in the way. Getting old. Been doing that phone too much. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.